Hey guys, it's Ross Scott on Space Coast. So when I was in Bromley, I also acquired this George R.R. Martin Fire and Blood. Look how thick this is. This might be the thickest one yet, I'm not sure. But this is what he's been doing instead of continuing A Song of Ice and Fire. Although this was on for half price, so I got to £12.50, which is good. So what it says on the back, what it says on the front, a history of the Targaryen kings from Aegon the Conqueror to Aegon III. So Aegon the Conqueror, Aegon II, Aegon III. No, I'm sure there's more than that, of course. Queen Visenya rose and stalked from the hall without the king's leave. That night she mounted Vhagar and returned to Dragonstone. When her dragon passed before the moon, it turned as red as blood. There you see that. Now, I'll just read this bit for you. This is the first volume of the definitive two-part history of the Targaryens in Westeros. So who knows when the actual story is going to continue. But I mean, basically the TV show is going to finish up that story because it is now the reality. It's always like that with TV shows versus books, whether it's The Expanse, this, you name it. When you see it on screen, that becomes a reality. Centuries before the events of A Game of Thrones, House Targaryen, the only family of dragon lords to survive the doom of Valyria, took up residence on Dragonstone. Fire and Blood begins their tale with the legendary Aegon the Conqueror, creator of the Iron Throne, and goes on to recount the generations of Targaryens who fought to hold that iconic seat all the way up to the civil war that nearly tore their dynasty apart. What really happened during the Dance of the Dragons? Why was it so deadly to visit Valyria after the Doom? What were Maegor the Cruel's worst crimes? What was it like in Westeros when dragons ruled the skies? These are but a few of the questions answered in this essential chronicle, as related by a learned Maester of the Citadel. With all the scope and grandeur of Gibbon's The History and Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, Fire and Blood is the ultimate Game of Thrones, giving readers a whole new appreciation for the dynamic, often bloody, and always fascinating history of Westeros. And there are illustrations throughout. Here is one that is the inside of the dust jacket, which you see various Targaryens there. I'll just pop it out of its dust jacket. Oh, that's very nice. Because there are illustrations scattered throughout. For instance, here is one. Isn't that amazing? A giant dragon. Let's see, another. There they are. I assume that's in the Great Sept or something, judging from the style of the window. If that was even built then. What's this? Very nice. He must be very confident to be stroking that dragon. I assume it's his dragon. Now that's how to train your dragon and no mistake. On the Iron Throne. Doesn't look very comfortable. And we'll see if there's one more. Yes. Not really sure what I'm looking at here, to be honest. Could it be Harrenhal getting destroyed? I'm not sure. Because it doesn't say exactly what's going on, but no doubt as I'm reading it, it will be apparent. The illustrations will be accompanying the text. But yes, another George R.R. Martin doorstopper, but at half price. I can't complain. Although I am complaining that he's not finishing the actual story. He's getting distracted again. But hey, I guess, like I said, we'll just have to wait for the TV show to tell us how that ends. But for now, that's just our first look at Fire and Blood. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or a suggestion for upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed. Or like the video.